Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Brits, we have Topgaming. Spawn as ally as the US player of Hauptmann. On the north side as the Wehrmacht player, we have AndxZz. Not exactly sure how to pronounce that. And spawning as the Panzer Elite player, we have superduperuser. I don't know since I've heard the word duper. Like it's playground stuff. Yep, Scorched Earth has place, but I believe if I were to balance Scorched Earth, I'll probably make it so the cast time, it takes a long time, and you can only do it on points you can control rather than neutral points in general. That's one way I think you could balance Scorched Earth, or Scorching Currents, because it's a little bit BS. You could just, quickly decapture point and then instantly scorch the point. No, Scorched Earth should be, rather than last ditch effort, should be more of a costly investment. Sure, it could be free, but it takes time. Time is important. Oh yeah, the repair time is too long, and if it gets interrupted, you have to start over. I've actually thought about implementing something similar to my mod in Company Heroes 2. In theory, because in the game, there are neutral structures that both players can repair, and repair over time. They're known as bridges. So there are mechanics in the game where a repaired object takes time to by both players and store based on the health of being repaired.
Where to, gents?
Each section slowly advancing. Scope rifles going for the munitions point here. This fuel point was captured up by the Kettengrad. Non-sector, however. Another Kettengrad here. You got two Panzer Grenadiers deployed on out. Of course, got the Volksgrenadiers pulling out some wire. Pioneers captured the munitions point, and Pioneers captured this fuel point. We do got a Bren carrier right here. Loading up the scope rifle squad. I'm not sure why. It'd be better to load up the regular infantry section. Maybe because that one's already over there, captured the point.
Alright, chaps, fire up.
G43 Panzer Grenadiers will have trouble versus this Bren carrier, especially at close range. I suppose they would do better at close range, though. Still, either way, this G43 squad need to fall back. They're actually maybe stuck there. Depending on their movement path, they could actually be stuck. They need to fall back. Okay, they're not stuck there. Never mind. It's one of the worst fears, like, oh, you need to retreat back, and all of a sudden you realize you guys are stuck, you can't move.
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Grand carrier is severely wounded, but is alive and forced back two Panzer Grenadiers. MG42 Volksgrenadiers making their advance. Over here, we got the motorcycle being overran by riflemen. Damaged engine on the motorcycle. MG42 does have some sandbags here deployed in the center of the map. We'll have very good coverage there, especially with the wire there. Did he just cut the wire there with the Volksgrenadier? I must be going crazy. Volksgrenadier are behind some heavy cover right there. Bren carrier is advancing with the MMG carrier upgrade. Trying to go for some great flanking hits. The defense crews of the MG42s gains great damage there along with the Volksgrenadiers. These guys are currently suppressed. One of them has recovered suppression there. Scope rifles in the middle of the map. MMG carrier upgrade has been deployed on out. Gets good damage there, but he does get damaged engine crit. And MG42 is going to stick around. Trying to go for the repair ability on the MMG carrier. But it will just only prolong the inevitable at the current rate. It sounds like a frag grenade was thrown there. US medic has been deployed on out. There is actually a very forward medic station here, so he should be able to recover a lot of casualties. Bren carrier backing away. does hold back the M242 because the riflemen were flanking it, and the Brandon Carrier does go out of control. 2 J43 Panzer Grenadiers and 2 unupgraded Panzer Grenadiers. We can advance with the Pioneers to support. Scope rifles have received the suppressive fire ability there. No landmine. Okay, what's causing the explosions? Was there... Did the riflemen throw frag grenades? They had been riflemen frags, right?
We're losing a munition site.
I was paying attention, all of a sudden I hear explosions. US medics have been spotted and will be gunned down. Engineers being suppressed down. We do have the Captain Grad receiving a bit of fire at point blank range by the intersections, and we've got these penetrations advancing. One is oh so wounded, they need to fall back sooner rather than later, get reinforcements, or just healed up if he has defensive operation. He must not have defensive operations. So he's going to come out and score his ally. We do have a infantry support truck coming on forward. Nothing really here directing the HQ command truck. There is a lieutenant here supporting the scope rifles. These guys are backing away a little bit as well. One Panzer Grenadier model does get killed at point blank range, and he does go ahead and fall back. Support's not needed. We do got a bunker here. Casualty recovery bunker?
Ready for the fight!
Getting getting repaired up by the Pioneers. Riflemen skirting around. There's a pair of Wehrmacht landmines. Note, those are both US landmines. It may look yellow in the occlusion, not sure what it's called. But actually it's the US player's landmine. We do have some landmines that are being deployed out by the Wehrmacht player though.
Ready to move on. Let's get on with it, lads. Unknown number of enemy are moving on one of our victory points.
It's literally one guy in the back end of a vehicle. He's completely unarmed. That's an unknown.
Say the word. All set.
Lieutenant and infrastructure are right here. They try to go for mortar emplacement. A little bit exposed. I guess he really wants some mortar support. Maybe better to put the mortar hit right there. Much more coverage. We do... the damn camera bug. When I click on the minimap, I want to go there. We got a captain and a sapper on the build queue. That's going to butt the Captain Grant who really wants that dead. And congratulations. It is dead. It is dead. There we go. Called it too early.
Reporting they have destroyed a German target.
We've got 5 Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward. One of them is actually a tank buster squad. So 3 Ju-43s, 2 Panzer trucks. And that is a recovery bunker. I'm not sure how many casualties they have recovered. We've got a rifleman sitting on up.
Right. The victory point is under my control. Shot out!
Volks Grenadiers are right there as well. They do pass spot this medic station there, but there's a lot of riflemen here. On the left side, the Captain, Panzer Grenadiers pushing the way forward. Seems like everybody's starting to blob up now. Captain's in the region. He needs to go on the back side of this truck to avoid fire. Armor command trucks going forward. So we're not seeing a Stuart rush, but we're actually going to see perhaps a Cromwell rush. Maybe Staghounds. As much as I don't want to see mass Staghounds, I've got a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth with Staghounds in general. Lieutenant needs to fall back, avoid this area. Let's use a heroic charge to have the lieutenant run away. The Panzer Grenadiers do all fall back. We got a supply yard here by the US player. Made to see the US player deploy out Greyhound. The Brit has quite a bit of command manpower stored up. He can actually deploy with the 2 command points. He is able to deploy out a Churchill if he so chooses. The field support truck has packed on up as well. I believe it was gathering more munitions income. He may be eyeing some more fuel. He may be eyeing for some Cromwells or Kangaroos. Half track has been spotted. We got the Volks Grenadiers Wait, is it straight up AFK? Landmine detonation there, blowing up both landmines, wiping out a full rifleman squad because there's one squad missing there. Medics are being recovered, or recovering player casualties, but he is about ready to lose the station itself. He does drop off those 2 casualties before it goes down. I think the US player is actually AFK out of the game.
QM's just distributed supercharged rounds to the arty line.
So do you have Royal Artillery? As well as 25 powder. Volkswagen to get inside this garrison.
Roger.
This player is not selected the doctor just yet, and yeah, he's gone. So much for a replay of people I don't really see much before, and it's a shame that
Losing a
all the
victory.
players
We
now
are
can't
losing
get a
a
good
victory
game
point.
because the US player is just AFK.
Now what?
Designated landmine there as well, and unfortunately does fall back. Half track skirting around. Yep. At this time, I'm going to fast forward to see if the US player does anything, because at this current rate, if the US player backs out, I'm just going to stop recasting this replay because it's not worth 2v1. Half track does actually go down right there. M42 does get some good suppression there, but road charge doesn't bring them back up. And the US. Oop! Looks like he found a landmine there. Takes out the captain.
Sector being captured.
Martyr deployed on out. The US player. Yep, now the US player is back in the game, but he lost so much being AFK like that. 2 riflemen on the build queue. He's going for a tank depot now. He can get out a pair of Shermans or a bunch of M10s. Staghound has deployed on out. And the rifleman squad does get suppressed there. Does throw out frag grenades. It didn't get frag research. Gets a full squad wipe. Very nice. Another rifleman. He will have his 3rd rifleman squad rebuilt. 2 Sherman tanks on the build queue. Hope he goes for armor doctrine. 2 casualties being recovered there by the Wehrmacht player. Session moving forward. The lieutenant needs to maintain his distance. This that's also process either way. Needs to fall back. He's going to try and close the distance, get some damage there on the Panzer Grenadiers. Ready for Cal emplacement, find some bullets there. .25 pounder barrage in the center of the part of the map. And you got the first Sherman tank now out on the field. The second Sherman tank will take a little bit of time. Without armor doctor selected, he does have the slower build rate. Grenadiers do fall back. Does get a 50 cal upgrade, very nice.
Objective secure. Rifle squad defending.
Staghound join the Kaliningrad carcass. The Brits infantry starts making some report. Does have a Bren gun and as well as 2 Piets, so able to butt and annihilate the Piets. Boob trap has triggered, so the Pensley player has gone for Scorched Earth. And the US player may lose this rifleman squad.
We got a full combat load.
Another booby trap right here. And that was a deadly hit there. And he may lose the squad? Nope.
Casualties
Yes, he
being
does.
reported.
Target destroyed. Enemy infantry down.
Sherman tank does get a kill there on the medic and starts to focus on the casualty cover bunker. Got the mortar here, as well as a mortar half track. Healing ability deployed on the MG42 is quite healed.
Ready to fight, sir.
Oh, he still has one rifleman. He
Awaiting your orders,
had 3
sir.
riflemen. This one did avoid the
We
booby
got a
traps.
full combat load.
And the fresh grenadier does manage to pop out in time. There's a drop grenade warper right here. Sort of hard to see, but there's actually a
We
grenade
hold the
warper right there.
initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
Ooh, good incendiary mortar hit there, but he has finished capturing the VP. 2 Sherman tanks are out in the field. A lot of panzer trucks in this region. 2 panzer trucks. Pack 38 could be recaptured by the Volksgrenadiers. Yes, he will be recaptured by the Volksgrenadiers. Let's see some consider with the onto the Sherman tanks. Martyrs pushing forward, but will have trouble tangling with a Sherman tank at point blank range. Stu's out on the field, which is not a good weapon in this case. And it looks like the 25-pounder gets a direct hit there on the 25-pounder, same Sherman tank there. And actually, there's another direct hit there, actually destroying the Pack 38. Martyr's going to be overran by the Sherman tank. Martyr will get overran.
Enemy unit ready.
Getting up that 1 Sherman tank. That will come in handy. 3rd Sherman tank deployed on the field, getting a 50 cal upgrade as well. Ooh. I was gonna say great teamwork there, but oh, that's a lot of stuff
Initiating
down.
defensive operations.
Sherman Firefly here to support out. Not for infantry doctrine, not for armor. Okay. And one the
Enemy unit down.
the Wehrmacht the Wehrmacht player has actually back the game, and that's okay. What was that game? US player was AFK, lost everything, and somehow they won? I don't know. This is AndxZz saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.